After I finish my beer, I'm gonna go get those pink things, use the wheelbarrow, bring them over here, get my gloves, change my clothes, start working, doing something instead of just being inside the house and watching TV and being bored. Yeah, just do something.
I thought about going for a walk today, but when I walked out of the appointment for Keenan, there was like a droplet of rain that fell on me, so I thought maybe the rest of the day might be shot, but I don't know now.
And it still may rain. I think it's going to rain this afternoon, so I was thinking this is why after I finish my armadillo, I got another half glass or so. I'll just go change, put my old jeans and old shoes and bring the stuff here at least, before it rains and figure out something. I don't think I want to lay some plastic down because weeds really don't grow there,
Yeah, but I mean, don't you got to do it anyway for the law? Don't you have to lay plastic down because of the law? Isn't that?
Yeah, but they're not going to come over here and check.
We've been saying it all this time,
Well,
like it was something that would happen.
When we lay the other rock, the big space, that we'll lay the rock down. And the reason for that is two reasons. One is the law, something about the water table, and the second one is weeds. You know how I pull weeds, and that's got plastic underneath, but I still get weeds. I gotta pull out. But with this big rock, and the weeds really don't grow here, I can just lay it down, but I really want to put plastic here because it's real fine. Unless Sarah has enough plastic that I can fuck with it, well, I'd rather put the plastic down, because you don't really want weeds. You don't want to pull them. I pull weeds all year long.
Yeah.
That's why we don't try to step on the rocks, because if we break that plastic, that gives the weed an opportunity to come out. But I have to walk on it to pull the weeds, and I probably do as much damage, and enough little dirt accumulates between the little rocks, and it's real thin. It's only about 1.5 inches thick, the rock. In some places, it's just the rock. So the fucking weeds grow. I'm going like, well, shit, But at the same time, it gives you something to do. The only bad thing about that is it hurts my fucking back.
Any ideas for dinner?
No. I don't think about that until about the last moment.
Huh.
But I know we have some pork chops that Becky brought.
Chops, huh? I didn't see those.
Yeah, they're in the freezer.
Huh. I guess we could do that.
Yeah.
Is a pork chop the same as a pork steak?
No.
What is it, half of a pork steak?
Kind of, sort of. It's just a different cut of the pork, And the pork chop is, they're round like that, and they're all meat. Put them in here, try not to get any pans dirty, because I hate washing pans. I hate watching the utensils, the worst, but...
Oh, yeah, me too.
The utensils I hate.
I love washing dishes, but the utensils are like the most, it's just like, can't even really, there's something about it, you clamp your hand around it, and you're like, and when you do, it's so monotonous when you do it over and over. It's like...
Yeah, there's so many of them.
But when I wash dishes back home, I used to try to sort of have a system where I was like, okay, I'll wash a bowl and or a plate, and I'll do a utensil. It would vary. I would forget, because I zone out a lot. I'm always listening to something when I do it, and I would, I would try to rotate between the two to some extent, because washing them over and over, to save them for last. I mean, if you're going to make any progress, and if you decide to quit in between, you want there to be at least some silverware to the ratio of plates and or bowls, you know what I mean?
Well, I have a different agenda, since it hurts me to be standing there, But this is the reason why I rinsed everything, especially utensils. I hate to get up work like at Golden Corral and find a fucking shit in between.
Oh, yeah. It's such bullshit, because it's like, and I know because I've worked at so many restaurants that people just want to
rush.
I mean, even management wants you to do that. I mean, they want you to just spray things off, run them through the dishwasher. Yeah, if it's a big restaurant, they want you to spray it off, run it through the dishwasher. If it's a small restaurant, they just want you to spray shit off and then you're done with it. Subway, not as clean as you'd think.
No,
Subway Eat Fresh, no, they want you to spray off the dishes and call it clean. And that's why they were telling me things. And I was talking about this to Keenan today, not about the dishes, but about Subway in general, as they said I was not moving fast enough. And it's like, the part I was talking about was making the sandwiches. You know, you're there in front of people. People are there telling you what they want. And if you have anxiety like I do, your hands are shaking and you can't pull apart the meat right and fold it right. And, you know, there's that part. And then the other part is when you're washing dishes. They said I was taking too long washing dishes. It's like, you want the dishes clean or you want them fast? Like, I thought we were running I didn't say that part, but I was like, in my head, are we running a restaurant or not? Like,
right.
But no, I just wasn't fast enough.
Yeah. People like Las Ochuans. It's so quality.
Quality over content. Quality over. Well, I want to say quantity, but I don't think that's the right.
No. There's
I guess that in a way it sums it up as quantity, but I'm talking about quality as opposed to speed. It's you want to have clean dishes. You want to have clean, and we're talking about the things we store the food in. For the most part, I mean, we don't have utensils at Subway, or we didn't. They don't have utensils at Subway. You can get a plastic fork if you want, I guess, or whatever, but no utensils. You're cleaning the bin. You're cleaning the different things that they have in that they store the food in.
right.
But no, I mean, more often than not, anywhere you work, restaurant-wise, if it's not owned by a mom and pop and they don't put a strain on you, they want you to do
speed.
everything. Yeah, they want everything fast rather than clean, and
That's
it's
what I
like,
call fast food restaurants.
well, it's kind of bullshit with Subway because, you know, according to the commercials, they pride themselves on their cleanliness and their freshness. Well, it's not fresh if you put it in a dirty pan, you know.
You know, speaking of that, it's been a while now that in Cruces and El Paso, they had a team that went around inspecting all these places and would put them in the news and rate them for cleanliness, especially in the back.
Yeah.
Where they have to keep the grills clean, you know, and the dishes clean and everything clean. They haven't done that in the longest time. I guess maybe they got too much flack from the businesses. I don't know. Notice, we don't go to very many restaurants. We don't buy too much fast food. Well, I mean, everybody enjoys a burger. You know, everybody does. You know, I do too. I can never make them like they make them at McDonald's or at Whataburger or whatever. But I have made them here. I'm sorry. Oh, this goddamn drainage.
I bet you in terms of cleanliness, it's probably the pizza places that have it the easiest and are probably the most efficient because all you got to do is clean the goddamn pizza pan. And then all you got to do is not have somebody who sneezes or coughs on the pizza, you know?
Right.
It's just two things that were, you know.
Yeah. It's kind of like people say, oh, you cook with lard? Ooh, Do you eat at restaurants? The fuck do you think they use?
Yeah.
What makes it taste better? The lard. It ain't fucking canola oil or peanut oil or whatever kind of oils they want. No. They're not going to spend the money.
No.
They're going to buy cheap-ass lard, going to make it taste good. You're going to enjoy it and get the fuck out.
Yeah, you're going to eat it.
You're going to eat it.
And you're going to take it home, too. I mean, fuck.
I mean, how'd you like your steak yesterday or the other day?
Oh, I don't give a shit at this point. I mean, yeah, it was great. And coming here, I've been less picky, you know, but people who are picky, they don't want to think about it. I think subconsciously, on a certain level, they don't want to think about what's actually happening back there. You know what I mean? And it's people, if not even lower than themselves, on the same level as them cooking the food.
Right.
And other people aren't like you. If you're not using lard at home, sorry, but this is the way the world works, and people are going to cook with whatever they're going to cook with, and they're not going to tell you what they're cooking with. You're just going to buy it. Olive Garden, Taco Bell, all that shit. I mean, anything really is. They're gonna serve you what they serve you, and you're gonna take it because you're a consumer and you don't even want to think about what's happening back there. I've seen it. I've seen it all back there. So.
Oh yeah.
Dirty silverware, fuck it. They'll run shit through the dishwasher. It won't even come out clean. They'll put it out there anyway. Sometimes I would get, you know, I would find dishes and silverware that weren't clean, and I would bring it back to the back and put it back in the sink because it's like it's not clean yet. And I shouldn't have even done that, but it's like I'm thinking about myself, you know. What would I want if I was at a restaurant? Not a fucking fork with some grime on it.
No. This is why I rinse everything first, and that's why I let the forks and the spoons. I do them at last, and I let them soak. This is why we put Clorox in the water.
Yeah.
Okay. This is why we do this. And so I got to put more Clorox in the bottle.
Still, though, I think even the Clorox water gets dirty at some point. I mean.
Well, it will, but since I rinsed the dishes, I can get the crud off, you know, so it doesn't get the water as dirty. You know, there's still a minimal amount, but the Clorox helps. You know, but the thing is, and then I wash the forks and I make sure there's nothing in between, and the spoons and all that. So, yeah, next week when I get paid, I need to buy more and more recipe sponges and stuff, because this is why I do the dishes. You know.
Well, sometimes you need to check, make sure there's not something in there that Becky's done, because
exactly.
I hear her washing the dishes.
Yeah, oh, exactly. Oh, don't worry about that. You know, I do. I check. And I tell her, just rinse it, put it on the counter. Rinse it, put it on the counter.
Oh, she gets in her...
She took advantage because when I was sick and I told her I couldn't cook breakfast, so she made oatmeal. So she started washing shit, so I'm watching, you know, I'm like, well, I gotta... No, I inspect, believe me, I do.
She gets in her loops or whatever, and then she can't not throw shit in the sink and make it loud, so I know that it's happening, so... I mean...
Yeah, this is why I don't allow them in the kitchen. The kitchen belongs to me.
Yeah, well, they're in there. Or at least one of them is at a time.
Yeah, I know. And I tell her every time, don't do that. No, do not put those plates in the microwave. Well, Sarah said, I don't give a fuck what Sarah says. You listen to me. My goddamn kitchen. Do not put those plates in the microwave. I told her that yesterday. Pisses me off. Because it breaks them down. And they're harder to clean. As soon as I get some money, I'm going to replace all those fucking non-microwave dishes and buy new ones that are microwave, a little bit smaller. Go to Walmart, get me a pack of fucking 8. I want to get it all, everything the same for me. And new pans. New pans. As soon as I get some money. And that's another reason I don't let her cook, is because she warps the fucking pans. Uses too much heat. You don't need that much heat. Pisses me off. Anyhow, no, I just come out here because I get bored, and, you know, just watching TV. You know, I like watching movies and stuff, but I get bored. It's nice and quiet. I like music, but not all the time. And just sit here and enjoy the beer, enjoy the cigarette, and my thoughts. One of the reasons I like going getting cigarettes, you know, over there, because I listen to the radio and it's thinking for me. Just a drive.
A little bit of a break.
It's a break, yeah. Because I'm monotony. I want to go to the casino, but I ain't got no fucking money to go to the casino. can't even buy a burger or a pizza.